Hello friends, it is Mrs. P. I'm here to do my budget for the second week of November. Before we get too far into this, let me just go ahead and show you that's all I could get to light in this candle. So that means I can finally retire the juicy watermelon candle and get a fall candle, a fall scent. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, there it goes. So I'm looking forward to a fall scent, even though we are in November. Technically, fall goes through, what, the 21st or something like that of December. So I've got time to get my fall candle out. So that will be coming. I will get Nick and transfer him, so he will be ready to go in the new candle. If you are new here, Nick is my nickel that I accidentally flung into, not this candle, but the original candle that I started using when I first started my channel. I still am very awkward with doing cash stuffings, and I was trying to take the change out of my purse and accidentally dropped a nickel in the candle, and long story short, he became our little mascot. So anyway, here is a fresh sheet to do a budget. I have my draft off to the side because I make mistakes, and so I do not want to have to do too much editing on camera, so I like to have that planned out for me. I still make mistakes, and you guys catch it. I absolutely appreciate those of you who take the time to crunch my numbers and keep me on track. In fact, my last budget, you will see when I do my check-in, I made a mistake with my mortgage. I was $100 off. For whatever reason, I planned $1,040 for paying my mortgage, but it's actually $1,140. And so I had to adjust numbers, and so yeah, mistakes happen, and thank goodness we're all human and we understand, and thank goodness it didn't make a huge difference in I didn't bounce any checks. And that's funny that bounce checks, I don't think any kid, teenager, could even comprehend what that means. Just the saying, I feel like a broken record, where I skip. So anyway, those sayings are long gone, and now we have skibbity toilet and Riz and ops and sigma and alpha and all those teenage words. It's hard to keep up with, let me just tell you. Sometimes when the kids are talking, I don't even know if what they're saying is appropriate or not, so I have to Google things all the time. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my budget. You guys, I just tried to do this. Oh, I'm tired. It's only 6 o'clock at night. I'm trying to squeeze this video in. My husband took my daughter to practice. Basketball starts. It's overlapping with cheer because now the football team is in the playoffs. And so, day in the life of a busy mom and dad. He's helping, thank goodness. He's like, do you want to take her or do you want to pick her up? And I'm like, you take her. I'll do a video and then I'll pick her up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And I am using a different pen, and I may ditch this halfway through. It is the Sharpie S-Gel, and I know a lot of you guys love this pen, and I feel like when other people use it, it looks like it writes so much smoother than when I do, but we'll see. We'll see if I can hang on to it this entire video. All right, so this is going to be from November 7th through the 13th, and let's see here. For rollover, I had to deduct the $100 where I messed up on my mortgage, so it's going to be $1,350, or hopefully will be $1,350. The week is not over yet. Mr. P, we expect around $1,000, and other, as of right now, I am not expecting anything else to come in. So that gives us a total income of $2,350. All right, so now I'm going to go down to my bill section. We only have 2 bills coming out this week. That would be Mr. P's hobby, and one is $61. And then we have iRobot, which I have the car wash subscription, and he has the iRobot. So I keep my car clean, he keeps the floor clean. All right, $32 for iRobot. And so our total bills and expenses is $93, leaving us with $2,257 remaining. Sinking funds, I am not getting that much out this week. I'm going to get $100. And then for savings, I am going to get $298. All right, so then that gives us a total of $398 in our savings area, and that leaves us with $1,859. I apologize for the shaking. I do have a new camera stand coming in from Amazon. I broke down and bought it because I have just this like camera stand rigged to hold my phone, and so I can do the videos, and it is just not working for me. It bounces, and there's been several videos where like it just completely fell off and I had to like restart. All right, so let me move that total up here, $1,859. And so we've got groceries coming out, or taking out for groceries, $150. Pets, $20. Household, $20. Mr. P, $30. Mrs. P, $60. Miss P, $20. Eating out, I'm going to put a line here, but I am not planning on eating out at all this week. Gas, $70. Miscellaneous, $10. And unbudgeted, $0. All right, so this section is $380, and that leaves us with $1,479. All right, so down here to our debts. We have no debts that we owe this week, but I am going to put money toward the snowball from old debts that we've paid off. All right, so for the Lowe's, I'm going to call this the snowball card, $30. Barclay, I'm doing it in red so that I know that this is going to our snowball. Discover, and that's going to be another $30. And then I'm going to just put a line for snowball just in case I decide to, or I can put extra toward the snowball. All right, so this section adds up to $137, and that's what we'll be putting toward the snowball card, which is the Citibank card. All right, so anticipated rollover for next week should be $1,342. All right, so after I do this, then I go ahead and set up my cash planning for what I'm going to get out of the bank and what denominations are going to get paid, like what I'm going to pull out in cash for sinking funds and that sort of thing. And I just noticed that I forgot, well, I've got this one. All right, so this is huge. I keep playing around. Let me show you my draft. So my draft is this big, but you can see it's tiny. It's too small. This is too big. This is what it would print out regular. This is if I print to where this is two to a page. So then I shrunk it also like down, and then I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm just not happy with any of them. I don't know. Maybe I've got too many lines. Maybe I need to get rid of some of these lines, and maybe that would make it easier and smaller. I don't know. I really don't want to use this big one, but I'm going to. All right, so let me go ahead and zoom you in. All right, so we have the standard ones that we always take out. This is what I keep in my wallet. All right, so we've got groceries, which is $150. Pets, $20. Household, $20. Mr. P, $30. Miss P, $60. Mrs. P, $60. Miss P, $20. Eating out, none. Gas, $70. And $10 for miscellaneous. All right, so in denominations, that's going to be a 50 and 5 20s, 120, 120, 20, and a 10, 3 20s, 120, 3 20s and a 10, and then a 10. All right, so this section is 380. All right, next is my first binder that I stuff, and that's going to be Beauty. It's going to get 20. Medical, 20. Sports, 20. Family Fun, 20. And Pool, 5. I almost put 10. All right, so these are all 20s. And then this one will be a 5. And this section is $85. Okay, this next section is more of my long-term savings and sinking funds. So we've got subscriptions, and that's going to get a 5. Vet, a 5, and car tags, a 5. And so this section adds up to be 15, and all of those are going to be 5s. Okay, now last is our savings. So we've got my summer savings. I'm going to take out 90. Christmas, I'm going to take out 50. Wedding, 100. Mini Mondays, 40. And YouTube Hop, 18. And this section is $298. All right, for summer savings, I'm going to get 120, 4 10s, 4 5s, and 10 1s. For Christmas, I'm going to get 3 10s, 3 5s, and 5 1s. For wedding, I'm going to get 20 $5 bills and 8 $5 bills for Mini Monday and 18 ones for the YouTube Hop. Now, somebody suggested that I do prop money for the wedding savings because I'm using 5s and putting it in the binder. I want to do that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm kind of undecided. I know that I'm going to pull the money once it hits like 50, like I do in all of my other binders, and put in a placeholder. But I don't know if I want to actually play with real money or play with prop money. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about prop money. Because I feel like, I could put $1,000 in prop money and play with it. That doesn't mean I have the money. And I don't know. Anyway, so that's where my head is at. I'm not really sure. All right, so I need to get 150, 20 20s, 10 10s, 39 5s, and 33 1s. Oh, the lady at the bank is going to give me the sting eye. All right, so $33 in ones. 39 5s is $195. 10 10s is $100. 20 20s is $400, and 50 is a $50. All right, so all of these sections, I've already added them all up, and thank goodness I did, because guys, last night I was doing this. This is like 4 layers of whiteout because I kept like messing up. I had things in the wrong columns, and I had counted them wrong, and it just wasn't adding up. It took me forever to figure out what I had done wrong, and I was so thankful that I did that off camera and not on camera, because I probably would have cried because I was so frustrated. All right, so anyway, this is what we'll get from the bank. I will get my little sticky and take it and get the cash out, and we'll do our cash stuffing later on this week. All right, so that is done. This is done. All right, so let me zoom you out so that I don't make you sick. And now I'm going to do what I think is the most fun part, is the meal planning. I always said I would love to be a stay-at-home mom. Oh, look, I just found the one that I had printed smaller. So these are my sizes. All right, so this is like if I printed it regular on paper, okay? This is if I shrunk it down. And then this is if I print it 2 to a page. I don't know. I just feel like what I don't like is how small the writing is. And if I make these larger, it makes the lines larger, and then it changes like everything else. So I don't know what to do. Anyway, let me get those out of the way. And so meal planning, what I was saying, and I don't know if I don't know where I was. I always wanted to be like I always said when I grew up, like my dream job would have been to be a stay-at-home mom. I loved being a mom. I love all things domestic, crafting, cleaning, cooking, planning, all of that stuff. I wanted to be the carpool mom, but it just didn't work out for us financially. We couldn't afford that. And I'm very grateful for my job. I've met some incredible people, worked with some great people, had some great kids. I mean, I don't have any regrets. But all that to say that I love doing meal plans. I love thinking about food. I love like grocery shopping, all of those things. I've got something on my placemat. I think it's one of those scratcher. Yeah, it's stuff from the scratchers from my games. Anyway, here are my old meal plans. Look at that. And this just goes from February. Look at all those. So whenever I feel like I'm in a dinner rut, I can always go back and look at what we had before and get some ideas. All right, so there's not going to be anything spectacular this week because we've got a very busy week and a busy weekend. So I'm going to start out. This is going to be from 11/7 through the 13th. All right, so we've got, and I always like to do this, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. All right, so on Thursday, we are going to do let me zoom you in, the good old breakfast for dinner. I have those big bags of like pancake mix, which I should use and get rid of. I don't know, maybe there's other uses I can use that for, but I want to make some homemade buttermilk pancakes, and I have a recipe that I got from Mandy over at Mandy in the Making, and I am going to make buttermilk pancakes. So we're going to have pancakes. And to me, pancakes always goes with sausage. Eggs goes with bacon. Pancakes and waffles goes with sausage. Sausage. I feel like I spelled that wrong. I'm going to leave it. And I might make some eggs, but most likely it's just going to be pancakes and sausage and call it a night. And because it's going to be a busy day. All right, so Friday is going to be burgers and fries. And I know we have a pack of bacon. I might make bacon burgers. And I'm going to do homemade fries because homemade fries are the best. And what I'm going to do is just do cut up a potato and fry it with some onion. And it is so delicious. In a cast iron, gets it nice and crispy. So good. So burgers and fries, nothing spectacular. We actually have a bye week because I think there's one more set of games to decide who's second and third place in the conference. Our team is first. We won the conference. Lost no conference games. It was exciting. So my daughter, got moved up from JV, junior varsity, to varsity. And so there's a chance they could continue playing. They could go to state. Now, will that happen? I don't know. We have a really good team, but it's so exciting. But anyway, all right. So Saturday, she wants to have friends over, because it's going to be the long weekend. We have Veterans Day on Monday. So she said she wants to do barbecue ribs. She is just like her dad, loves anything barbecue. So barbecue ribs, I'm going to make some potato salad, and some baked beans, and corn on the cob. And I just realized that I have not been putting any of my groceries that I need. All right, so I do not need anything for the breakfast. Burgers and fries, I'm gonna need buns. I have fries, I have potatoes, so I don't need anything there. We've got bacon, all the condiments. For the barbecue rib dinner, we do not have any ribs, so I will have to buy ribs. And I'm just gonna buy like 2 slabs of baby back ribs. We've got barbecue sauce, I've got potatoes and eggs and everything I need to make the potato salad. The baked beans, I've got all the things to make baked beans. I might even make it like my mom does with hamburger meat in it. I'm not sure. But I do need to get the corn. All right, so that is that. What should I do for bread? Maybe I'll do some poor man bread with the leftover burger buns. So we'll do poor man's bread. And that is just something my daughter calls when we have hamburger buns or hot dog buns and make them into garlic bread. She calls it poor man's bread, and it's her favorite. All right, Sunday, I want to do some chicken and dumplings. That is like a family favorite, except for my husband. He will not eat that. Chicken and dumplings, and I'm going to do some green beans and some biscuits. B-I-S-C-U-I-T-S. Some biscuits. Okay, so for this meal, I have a whole chicken in the freezer. So I'll thaw that out and cook the whole chicken. Use the stock to make the dumpling, I don't even know what to call it. What do you call it? Chicken stock to make the gravy, I guess. Is it gravy with the chicken dumplings? I've got flour and buttermilk for the dumplings. I probably need to get some Crisco. Let me go up here. Last time I had to buy Crisco, all they had was this small, it was like right after the hurricane came through, and like our store shelves were wiped clean. I don't know what people were thinking, but they went and just cleaned it out. And all I could get was like this tiny little can of Crisco. And so I've got to get some more of that because I'm on my last, I make cornbread a lot, so. And green beans, I need to get some green beans. I officially used the last jar of homegrown green beans that my mom and dad have canned. Now they have plenty at their house. I could go shop from their pantry, but I'm going to pick up some green beans at the store. All right, Monday is going to be leftover night because I know that between the ribs and the chicken and dumplings, we're going to have leftovers in the fridge, and I don't want to add to that. In fact, I've been trying to cook and eat out of the freezer. And have you guys ever done that? And then you make food and then you have so much food that you end up putting the leftovers into the freezer. So it's like you're not getting anywhere with the freezer because you keep adding to it. That's where I'm at right now. All right, so leftovers is going to be Monday, which is going to be nice because I'm home that day and I won't have to do anything. All right, Tuesday, we have some leftover steak that was it's already cooked. Me and my daughter eat ours medium rare, so when we have them left over, I'll freeze it because I know that it can be recooked. And I'm going to make steak quesadillas. Oh, goodness. Quesadilla. I don't know. Guys, yes, I teach ELA, but that doesn't mean I can spell, especially words that I don't use often. I know that's not right, but anyway, steak quesadillas with some rice and black beans. I do have the steak. I have flour tortillas. I have the rice. I have the black beans. I have cheese that I can put with this. I also have some mini peppers, so I will use that, and some onion to make the quesadilla. So everything we have, we need, or everything we need, we have for that meal. All right, last but not least, chicken casserole. And I know we're having chicken a few times this week, but again, I have it in the freezer. This I'm going to make with some leftover rotisserie chicken. I have one more bag left, so I'm going to make a chicken casserole. And I'm going to do green peas with that and mashed potatoes. And let's see here. We have the chicken. I have the stuffing mix. I have cans of cream of mushroom, cream of chicken. So I don't need anything for that. I have green peas in the freezer, and I have 2 bags of potatoes. So between all of this, I should have plenty of potatoes to make everything we need to make. And so, guys, it looks like I don't have to buy a lot for these meals, even though I do have to buy ribs. That's about it. Looks pretty good. And I know this has been a crazy meal plan and a crazy video. I feel kind of like, you know how when you get really tired, you kind of get giddy? Is that the word, giddy? And yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. I just heard my husband pull in, so he is going to be coming through the door any second now. He took the dog with him, so she's going to come in all excited because she got to go on a car ride. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.